All right. So, 21st century entrepreneur, tell me this. Does that person make weak decisions? Does that person have low confidence? No, it's the opposite. Now, what am I saying is that not having confidence with you as you take you into the professional world, it could be the biggest thing that's going to trip you up because you might have the solution, you might have the idea, you might have the product, you might have something, but because of the energy going on between in you, the energy going on between your body and your mind, what happens is instead of your energy expanding and that message going out into the marketplace, into the team, into a partner, into someone, it all stays trapped within you. And guess what happens with a trapped energy? It becomes toxic. So the very thing that was giving you a nudge in the right direction now can't happen because of what? What's going on internally. So we're going to get into this whole subject today. It's everything. Like not having confidence, you might even get the success, you might get the fame, you might get the fortune, but if you don't have confidence within you, I can tell you now, I've seen success crush people. I've seen fame crush people, all because they're not being connected to who they truly are. You have to understand, you're not born with confidence. It's a muscle that you've got to train. So before we get into it, let me know, where are you beaming in from? What country are you coming in from? What's your name? And remember, while you're typing that in the chat, we are leading up to a 3-day challenge that I'm gifting you free of charge. And what's it called? The 21st Century Entrepreneur. This is where within these 3 days, you will leave those 3 days creating what I call an I map. I mean, think about it now. If you go on any journey, what do? You type it in your phone, in your maps, and what do? The maps guide you to your destination. Doesn't matter if there's roadblocks, doesn't matter if there's delays, you're eventually going to get to where you want to get. Now, who you become on that journey, you could become someone stressed out, you become someone toxic, you could become someone whose confidence is just shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking until all parts of you have shrunk. Your energy shrunk, your immunity is shrunk, your creativity is shrunk, your productivity is shrunk. All of these, being solution driven is shrinking. We want the flip side of that. Now, what does it mean? I'm not talking about you going out there and not knowing something about a product, a marketplace, an industry, and you just go out there with all this confidence and talk like you know everything, but you know frickin' Jack Dooley on the subject. What I'm talking about is mastering your subject. Now, there's nothing better to master in life than you. When you understand that you are not in this world just because your mum and dad had a little bit of fun and they got together and then you popped out. You have to understand that there's way more intelligence in the game of life than what most people even understand. So you being here at this moment, even being able to watch this with technology that humans have created, that's a miracle within itself. 100 years ago, 50 years ago, this was not deemed to even be possible. And now if you don't have your smartphone, guess what? You're getting left behind. Now, how does all this relate to you being confident? Well, we've got to understand that confidence is one thing. None of us would have like iPods, iMacs, iPhones. None of us have any of that stuff if it wasn't for someone called who? Steve Jobs. Now, he had confidence beyond belief. He had so much confidence, but now here's the challenge. Some of his team will call it arrogance, but let's just work this out. Is it confidence or arrogance? So you got people that had these big computers, and Apple were trying to do their bit, and listen, they were losing billions of dollars consistently. How can you even go to sleep at night knowing that you lose it, not millions, not hundreds of millions, billions? How can you be losing that knowing that that road's going to come to an end and you're going to shoot straight off the cliff? How was he able to sleep at night? Because he was confident in what he wanted to launch. Now, he came up with the computer, which revolutionized the whole company of Apple. Now, everyone in his team was like, no, we go with what works. This doesn't work. You haven't proven this. You haven't even tested it. We don't know if the market's even ready for this stuff. And then what happens? He had to go against some people in his team. He says, guys, I know what you've done is genius, but that's of the past. What I'm focused on is what's going to serve people moving into their futures. And then what happened? He launched it and they just exploded and they took over a big portion of that market share. Now, why am I saying this? Because if he didn't have the confidence to go against his own team members, we would probably have never even got the iPhone. We would probably never have the Mac. We'd probably never have the iPad. We wouldn't have had probably any of that stuff. So confidence does what? It allows your energy, it allows parts of you to go into the areas where you want to make an impact with the right type of energy. That's fundamental. Now, from 0 to 10, type in the chat, how important is it for you to have the right level of confidence? Not arrogance, the right level of confidence from 0 to 10. Come on, type in the chat from 0 to 10. Yeah, it's a 10. Now, we just had somebody open up the door here who had an immense amount of confidence and said, right, you've got to be out of this room in literally 3 minutes time. So I'm going to give you as many golden nuggets as I can in the next 2 minutes. But remember, we've got this challenge coming up, this 3-day challenge on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. And just type it. So what we can do is we can get you registered. There's going to be a link somewhere around here on the screen somewhere. Click the link that's on the screen. Click the link that's in the bio. Click the link that's somewhere. Get yourself registered. Because I can tell you now, without having the IMAP, I just don't think that you'll have confidence within yourself and confidence to take into your professional world. So we are going to be back online later this evening, around about 6 o'clock UK time. I'm going to be going live again, and we're going to be expanding this subject of confidence. It is such an important part of you that you need to master if you want to become the 21st century entrepreneur. So if you do, make sure you click the link right here, get yourself registered. We're starting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6:30 UK time. We're going to go for about 90 minutes. Of course, if you want your upgrade, like I always do, there's an upgrade option. Click that and get yourself registered. So from now until later, remember, confidence, confidence, confidence. And if you did get some value from this, please do like it. Please do share it. Please comment below so it starts to train the algorithms. People are liking this stuff. And then it can start to share this message with similar people. So I really do. I hope you got some value from this. Live strong, live healthy, live long. Make sure you live now. For now, I'm out of here.
Awesome. Look at that. That was brilliant.
Bang on time.
Bang on time, yes.